Fungi encompass several niches, including decomposers, mutualistic organisms, and pathogens of plant and animal diseases. Fungi are found in most habitats on Earth, but seem to prefer dark, cool, and moist habitats. But many have been found in seawater, human skin, and mucous membranes, and even dry and sandy soils of the southwestern United States. Most fungi thrive on the forest floor where there is shade, plenty of moisture, and decaying plants and animals. Decomposition is an important part of the food web. Without it, nutrients and minerals would be locked inside of dead organisms and not made available to living plants and animals. Nitrogen and phosphorus can be released from plant and animal cells by the actions of fungi. Fungi produce exoenzymes that are secreted out of their cells that digest organic material. Fungi then absorb these materials through their hyphae. This process requires water, which explains the necessity of fungi thriving in moist conditions. These fungi are technically called saprobes since they grow on their food source and absorb nutrients from these exoenzymes. Two really important enzymes made by fungi are cellulase and lignin peroxidase, which break down cellulose cell walls and lignin that makes up wood. Other fungi can produce exoenzymes that can benefit and harm living things nearby. Recall that symbiosis is the ecological interaction between two species, whether for good or ill. Predation is when one organism eats all or parts of another organism, as in the case of most animals, and their prey or plant food. Commensalism is when one organism benefits but has no effect on the other organism in the relationship. This is the case for some bacteria that live inside of us. We have the perfect habitat for their growth, but they neither harm nor help us. As mentioned earlier, mycorrhizae are a fungal relationship with plant roots. In fact, 90% of plants have some mycorrhizal relationship, and studies have shown that growth with these fungal partners is better than growth without. The filamentous hyphae of the fungus increases the surface area of absorption for plant roots to increase mineral absorption while providing sugars to the surrounding fungi. There are two types of mycorrhizae. Ectomycorrhizae, such as on the left, forms a filamentous network of hyphae around root cells and belong to either phylums Ascomycota, Basidiomycota, or Zygomycota. Endomycorrhizae form hyphae that grow inside of root cells. These make up members of phylum Glomerulomycota. Some fungi are endophytes, in that the fungal cells grow inside of plant cells but don't harm them. Instead, these fungi produce a toxin that repels herbivores from eating the plant. Others can also release toxins during times of environmental stress to help the plant. Lichens get their own slide due to their diversity and ubiquity of habitats. Lichens are found on rocks, trees, bark, bare ground, and are the main source of vegetation in the Arctic tundra. They are hardy, being able to survive drought and extremities in temperature. Lichens are a mutualistic relationship between an ascomycotin or basidiomycotin fungus and an algae or cyanobacterium. Regardless, neither member of this partnership can survive without the other. The lichen's body is called a thallus and is made of fungal cells wrapped around a photosynthetic organism. The fungus protects the photosynthetic partner from excessive light and drying out and attaches the lichen to the substrate, while the photosynthetic partner provides carbon and energy for the lichen. Lichens are an example of a bioindicator, which is an organism that can help scientists determine the levels of air pollution in an area. More lichens is indicative of better air quality since they are so sensitive to it. Lichens also act as a food source for many tundra mammals, cover for small invertebrates, and have been used in the production of textiles, dyes, and litmus paper. Animals can eat fungi and defecate spores in other locations. Fungal spores are resistant to animal digestive enzymes, with some fungi requiring interaction with those animal digestive enzymes and feces to help complete their life cycle. Truffles are an ectomycorrhizal fungus of many trees, with animals eating them and dispersing the spores. These fungi are prized in culinary, and some countries use female pigs to find and dig for them since truffles produce a compound that closely resembles a male pheromone made by male pigs. Arthropods have a complex mutualistic relationship with fungi. The best studied example are leafcutter ants. These ants collect leaf parts to farm a fungus in an underground garden. The ants eat competing fungi species, allowing their farm fungus to grow. In turn, the farm fungus produces food for the ants. In our next video, we will look at fungal parasites and how humans have used fungi throughout history.